dangerous and powerful, which makes them extremely valuable to the government.
You promised me you wouldn't use my kids as weapons.
You think you've had power handed to you. You don't know anything about what's coming.
What is coming?
Doom.
As I said, everyone out there has been talking about the Fantastic Four, but not for the right reasons. Oh, Josh Trank done fucked that movie all up. All 20th Century Fox scared to release this shit. I done heard bad things. We had to bring in other people to finish the movie because that boy didn't know what he was doing. All kind of talk. And then some people like me, a fair person, say, you know what? I ain't saying nothing until I see the movie because that's the kind of person I am.
Got to be open-minded.
And I'll tell you, I saw the movie. It's bullshit. No, I ain't saying yet. I'm not saying yet. Let's go ahead and talk. No, it could be great. I really want this to work. I really do. Did it? Well, we all saw this, including all these people. I might even bring up some people after we're done with the review to come up and kind of give their words on it. Just
testimonials.
Testimonials. Just to balance everything out.
Right. They can witness.
Exactly. See how much people agree with us on our opinions. So let's go ahead and get into the review right here. Now, we all know the Fantastic Four. Good old Stretch Armstrong himself, Reed Richards. We got Invisible Sue or whatever her name is. The Thing, the Rock Man. And we also have Johnny Storm, the Man on Fire.
Yeah. It's like somebody's dad describing this superhero.
Sure. Stretch Man, Invisible Girl, Rock Man, and Flame on Torch.
Yeah, y'all know I don't read all that funny book shit. You know that. I don't keep up. I only see it in the movies. Saw this, and a few things have changed. You know, they got to update these things, but essentially the story is still the same. We have Reed Richards, who is a fantastic, brilliant genius who at a very young age comes across this invention he creates that will open up a portal to another dimension. As he gets older, he gets the attention of more brilliant people. They bring him into an organization, and they help him complete his project. Now, one night they decide to do the experiment themselves, send themselves over to the other side before the government can come in and take this and do something bad with it. But when they cross over, of course, something goes wrong, and they come back with extraordinary powers. As I tell you, the power to stretch, be invisible, be rocks, and be fire. Now, I'm going to tell you the thing about the movie, because, you know, there's it is an uneven film. But when it starts out, and this is a movie for all its flaws, I'm giving this a chance throughout. Because at the beginning of the film, what I think they got right is that it does capture this feeling like of those 80s movies where kids were, you know, when you were a kid, you loved seeing those 80s movies like where Spielberg directed or produced, where the adults were dumber than the kids. Yeah. You know, your little dumb ass, you didn't know shit when you were a kid, but you were thinking, yeah, that's the world I want to be in.
But you thought you were smarter than the adults.
You thought you were smarter, and that's how the world was in your mind. This kind of captures that, like the Goonies, Inner Space, things like that. And there's a magic in seeing these. This was a complaint. The Fantastic Four is kids and teenagers, but there is a magic in seeing them so young and coming together and seeing their relationships form in the very beginning, especially seeing possibly the budding romance between Reed Richards and Sue Storm.
Amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Amazing you didn't black out the entire Western Hemisphere.
Fuck you too, bitch. He's like, really? You can tell he wants to go over there just knocking the back of her goddamn head.
It's amazing that you didn't dye your roots, too.
You basically ripped a hole in the fabric of space-time with unspec'd components and no supervision.
Yeah, that was an accident.
And if by accident you upped the power, you would have created a runaway reaction that opened a black hole and swallowed the entire planet.
He's like, Jesus Christ. I just want to get your phone number because I forget that shit now. It's not such a bad thing to have them as kids at the beginning. I'm
sorry.
What?
You keep saying as kids, and one of the things about it is like him and Ben Grimm are at a high school science fair where they're clearly almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, and they have little kids at this science fair.
Right. And that's what I was going to say is that now you have what's his name
Miles
is
Teller.
Miles Teller. When Miles Teller puts on those glasses, and you know he's kind of thin and wiry, you can kind of buy him as a high school student. But whenever Ben Grimm, Jamie Bell stands next to him.
With all them wrinkles in his face.
That fool goes up 10 ages. They both bring each other up to about 35 years old.
Like, you're disqualified. Oh, what, you don't like what we entered? No. Y'all are goddamn old men. Get out of here. This is for kids.
In fact, we're about to call the police on y'all ass. Fucking pedophiles, get the fuck out of here. They could have cast it better. They should have made them in college probably, but still, it's not like it's not working. Now they go ahead and they start to. And I like the way they actually explain how they all come together, because Ben Grimm was somebody that I thought from the very beginning, like, what is this dumb motherfucker doing around?
Right.
He ain't a scientist. Yeah. He don't do shit. It's like, what is his place here? And they actually explain that through a lot of little subplots here and there. And that, all right, who's dropping shit? And he gonna point at everybody else. Yeah. But the science behind it, the way they explain things, the way they show how all these characters have a place in the origin on the team, it's not so bad how they explain how they come together.
This is Ben. So, you was Lucky Charm?
You guys sure you're in the best shape to be doing this?
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
I wish y'all could see Tommy. Tommy, pick your hands up and show everybody what you're doing, man. No, Tommy, pull your hand up, man. Let me see your hand. Damn. Tommy, I like how we talking about kids creating another dimension, and Tommy can't even open up a beer bottle right now. All over the fucking floor over there.
All paper towels.
Wow,
All right.
just got cleaned.
Yeah.
So, I guess I should come up with something better than one small step for man.
Strap in or get comfy, kids. We're about to make history.
Yeah, or die. Either or. All right, gentlemen. Hands and feet must remain inside the ride at all times. Don't blow up. Don't blow up.
Michael B. Jordan, like, what the fuck did he just say? Let me out this son of a bitch. Now, it's after they start to go over into the other dimension. Like, there's a lot of setup here. And there's a lot of science and explaining and stuff and things normally I would say just drag the movie down. But compared to what they did in the last movie where it was so goofy, I didn't mind it so much. But it's only when they start to pass over into that other dimension and they come back, the part of the movie where they're actually supposed to start being a superhero film when they get their powers. That's the part of the superhero movie where they become superheroes is when the shit just all of a sudden just not starts to drop. But it
plummets.
It's a person committing suicide off a skyscraper.
Fucking free fall.
Yeah. It's
terminal velocity.
Yeah, it is. At this point, things start to fall apart bad. Now, this is the point where all you people who want to nitpick this,
have at it.
This is where this is where I sit back.
Picnic.
Go for it.
Exactly. This is where you the Fantastic Four, and I've been saying, no, man, he's all right, and you just start talking shit, and I'm like, hey, man, I can't do nothing for you. I tried. And you can especially start talking about the characters themselves, because for all the people who are into the Fantastic Four, this is where you start to see how it deviates away from the property. This is where you could actually start talking about how the characters look. Like Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, I don't know a better way to say this. Dr. Doom looks like shit to me in this movie.
Help me!
Oh shit. They fucked this man all up. Got him looking like a cracked out Ultron right now. I mean, It's like
somebody else here said he looked like a crash test dummy.
He does.
He really does.
After the crash.
Yeah, of course.
Well, a crash test dummy that went to his first rave.
Yeah. Motherfucker's full of Molly right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he just ate fucking glow sticks. Look at him. Y'all fuck Doom all up, man.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom is one of the baddest looking motherfuckers in the Marvel universe.
He was the inspiration for Darth Vader.
Exactly. I mean, the only motherfucker that can wear a skirt and still make you scared. Motherfucker, it ain't no kilt. It ain't no Scottish heritage. That's a fucking skirt. But you ain't gonna tell him that.
A skirt with a belt on.
With a belt on it.
It's a dress, but it's okay.
It's a dress.
Technically, it's a tunic.
Man, shit, that motherfucker's he's wearing a sundress. My girlfriend got that dress right there. Just because you put on a hood, you think that you fucking badass. And you are. I wouldn't talk shit to him. But that's the thing, people. They start missing the point on a lot of things. Doom mostly, man, because Doom is the guy from Latveria. He's a fucking dictator, and it's all about. Now you can say anything you want to about that dress that he's got on, but it really is all about the mask.
Yeah.
It's that mask is an icon. You had to put that on him, as you can see with your boy over here. And who is that plays
Toby Kebbell, your boy.
I love him, and I didn't have any clips of the actor. Look his name up. He's the one that did the actions and did the motion capture for Caesar.
Koba.
Koba. I'm sorry. And he's also in an episode of what's that show called?
The Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Yeah. Anyway, look him up. You'll see him, and you can see hints of him right there. But it's smooth. Like I said, he kind of looks like Don Cheadle right now. You know?
Oh man,
Jesus, man.
Hey, at least he didn't say Tommy.
No, I didn't. And believe me, that was on my
I'm
mind.
not Don Cheadle, so yeah.
But y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it's way too smooth right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, well, just even the way they bring it in is kind of it's really cockeyed. Like, okay, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, the motivation behind the character too is bad. Doom wants to rule the world. Doom wants to take over the planet. And in this, they go to another dimension, and Doom, when he comes back, he's saying, you know what? Why y'all bring me back? I want to go back to that fucking dirty ass planet.
And everybody's like, no, you can't go back. It's like, fuck, let him
Look
go
at
back.
this motherfucker. You let him go wherever he wants to go that's not here.
Yeah, here he wants to go back to that old fucking dirty ass dimension. And
Yeah.
people is kind of like, we can't let you do that. It's like, Martin looked at me like, why?
That's what we were sitting there like.
He's walking around telekinetically blowing people up like microwave ovens. Like,
Yeah.
let him go.
Yeah, you want to go back
and
to
then destroy that fucking machine so he can't
he can't come back.
Right.
You
Like,
want to
what
go back to a fucking sandbox? Go.
Like, is this really the conflict? He doesn't even want to take over the world. I'm actually on his side. I'm like, man, he didn't want to be fucked with. You were fucking with him.
Right.
Yeah, y'all left him on a dirty ass planet.
Yeah.
You'd think him coming back would be like, I'm getting revenge because y'all left me.
Yeah.
No. He's like, I like it there.
I'll give it that. It surprised me with what he wanted to do. Like, I want to go back. I mean, if you want to, go for it.
Sorry we brought you here.
Yeah, he actually comes back and said, y'all are fucking up this planet. Let me go somewhere else where I'm not going to fuck it up. Where y'all can't mess with me. And they just, I'm on Doom's side. Y'all tried to stop him from y'all made him a villain. Y'all tried to stop him from leaving people the fuck alone.
Right.
This motherfucker was minding his own business in the first place, and you came to him to do this project.
Yeah.
That's true.
They keep
That's true.
fucking with him,
he had
man.
told him to fuck off and wasn't
Yeah.
going to be involved. And they're like, come on, man, you know we need you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing this under protest, but okay.
Y'all fucked up major out of trying to make this dude a villain. Y'all made the
They
most.
really did.
Everybody else is a villain in this movie. He's all right.
But
He
seriously,
is.
Everyone else is a
we spent a lot of
terrorist.
energy focusing on this one plot
Oh
point.
no.
Oh man.
No, it's a lot more
so
going on.
much.
Here, man. The main problem with this, as far as the other characters go, is that they don't play up to any of the Fantastic Four's personality.
Not
at
at
all.
No.
These are dudes, just dudes.
Yeah, just dude bros. The thing is, okay, why is Reed Richards called Mr. Fantastic? Not because he can stretch, because he's the smartest man in the world. He's all about science. The comic book was all about science and things getting kind of crazy and kind of fun, but always that. And this has no real science in it. It's all talking sort of about science and having machines, but nobody speaks scientifically at all. It's dumbed down to a point where only a 12-year-old might think they know what's going on.
I disagree with you on that. I thought they were talking too much science, and I was actually
No,
giving.
not at all.
Man, no, I thought in the beginning, I thought this is a superhero movie. Y'all are spending a lot of time talking about formulas,
I'm
setup.
sorry. You're talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah, because they were trying to sell you in the beginning. Because the first 30 minutes, it's in that zone of like, hey, it's not great, but maybe this can go somewhere.
You're still with it.
You're still with it.
Yeah.
But it's after that 30 minutes, and they get back from whatever dimension they go to, and it's just dumb shit from that point.
Fuck that. No, even when they went to the dimension, like, you're scientists, you're supposed to be smart.
No,
like,
you're
I'm not just gonna touch a random ass substance
Right.
for no fucking reason.
You're right. Like, everybody who complained about Prometheus,
Yeah.
your head will explode when you see this movie.
Yeah, and this is a comic book movie.
Yeah.
You know, but you have Reed Richards, who they don't. The only thing is, he was smart when he was 9.
Right.
You know, Sue Storm. She's adopted by a black dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's
she's smart for a girl.
and she's smart for a girl. You know, Johnny Storm is. They don't ever.
He should be in the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, exactly. they don't ever play up to the fact that he's kind of a playboy type of guy. I just drive a fast car.
Yeah.
And, you know, and
it's a piece of shit fast car.
Yeah, it was really bad.
and it was a piece of shit fast car. And then you have Ben Grimm, who
That's an afterthought.
that's like this motherfucker in the comics is supposed to be an athlete. He's supposed to be a big dude.
He was a football. He might have been a quarterback or a linebacker.
But
he
here-
was a football
He was a big
all-star.
guy, yeah.
But-
Went to the Air Force and was like a fighter a pilot.
So you kind of say he fits in with things. But here, he's just a dude that just hangs out with Reed Richards.
a lackey.
That's exactly what he is.
Motherfucker, I just grew up with you and helped you pick up shit from a junkyard.
Yeah.
So therefore, I get to be a superhero too. Now, fuck you.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, you didn't earn your shit.
It's like when that part comes, when they go, get their powers and shit, they're like, oh shit, we're missing one. Hey, let's call him so he can come in too. They literally just call this motherfucker to pop up.
Jamie Bell in this fucking movie, the only reason why he's a fucking thing is because they had a vacant slot open for this dude. They had one chamber that said, we need to fill somebody in here. Let me call up my friend that I grew up with in elementary school, has no fucking scientific knowledge whatsoever.
Wild drunk.
Wild
drunk.
No security around. Let
No.
these kids drink and they're like, hey man, you want to go to another dimension? Come on in.
Yeah.
Like he invited them to a party.
We gonna plant a flag, man.
Billions of dollars of scientific equipment in this building that nobody knows about, yet no security.
No security.
Just come on in. Just put your keys in the basket.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, that's it. There was security. It was one though. Just one.
Yeah.
He's with me. All right, go ahead.
That was security right there. He with me. Okay. I tried to stick with this movie, man. I tried.
That's me too. From the beginning, when they talked about the casting, I was like, you know what? I'm not bothered about them making Johnny Storm black, but the casting on every other level does not meet the Fantastic Four at all. I'm like, it doesn't seem like you're casting a Fantastic Four movie, but maybe you got something up your sleeve. Maybe you got something planned. And when it comes out, it's like, wow. It's not only is it not a Fantastic Four movie, it's not even good for what it's trying to be.
I was with this shit. I was with it. I wasn't really saying it was good, but I was saying that's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I was saying
Let's see where this goes.
it was actually kind of taking itself seriously. When you take something seriously, it seems like you're trying to put in an effort. So this is why I had a problem with all the stuff that I'm talking about with the science and everything. They spent all this time explaining shit, setting up all the science behind this shit. We don't nobody give a fuck. That's why we see comic book movies, so you can do shit with stupid scientific knowledge behind it. You know, you say, well, I created a portal. Why? It's a comic book. Don't give a fuck. Just ride with it. But they finish. They're done. They go to a portal, come back. Let's do some superhero shit. No, they start explaining more shit. And then it's like, I shit you not. It's the last fucking 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes. For a superhero movie, they would explain all this and they're like, what time is it? Oh, fuck, we got to be a superhero. Shit. Oh, let's go, man. And then that's when they decide, and it's so little time to actually pull off the superhero part of what they had to do. The biggest set piece, I don't give a fuck if you consider this a spoiler or not. I'm really not spoiling this. This is a warning to you.
Yeah.
The only big set piece for their superhero shit is to go back to that fucking dirt planet.
Same place.
The same place.
We've been here twice already.
Fight for 10 minutes and then say, hey, we're the Fantastic Four.
Let me add to your warning. There are literally, 4 locations in this entire fucking movie.
Yeah, you are
4
right.
fucking locations.
Oh my god.
Superhero movie.
That's right. What the high school,
High school,
The laboratory.
the laboratory,
the dimension, and Ben Grimm's junkyard.
Ben
4
Grimm's junkyard,
fucking places.
and Planet Green Screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. See, look at them. They even saw the
Oh,
movie.
they just came out of it. That's what.
We were rooting for you. God damn.
They stay in the lab. When they're not in the lab, they keep these motherfuckers up like they're in a kennel. They keep them in a fucking cage. And then, when you got to fight, Let's go that fucking dirt. I mean, it's a wasted opportunity.
Well, plus the fight itself, the big fight you wait for at the end is really dumb.
And it makes no
it makes no sense. It's like no rules. It's like whatever we came up with at the time. What could the effects team do in 10 days?
Seriously, people, all this shit that you see, the trailer's kind of showing you all of the fight right there.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
It's amazing how you go from, oh, this is a really nice effort to, wow, you done fucked this up.
Yes.
And another thing that we were talking about in the car, I was riding with Sammy, because I took notice of this too.
Yeah, Sammy, he told me some shit too.
Y'all were talking, it's like, how the fuck when they go back to this planet, when they go to this planet at first, they are in suits.
Yeah.
When they go back, they're out there hanging out with nothing, man. They're just breathing like they're on Earth. I mean, it really is rushed. When they say that Josh Trank had all this trouble, I don't know what happened, but this movie feels so thrown together that I have no choice but to believe all those rumors that they were talking about.
Well, what were the rumors?
The rumors were that this project was way too big for him. There was a lack of professionalism, mainly because people thought that he wasn't up to the task of taking on a big feature like this, a blockbuster.
Yeah.
And then they said they had to bring other people on to come in and start rewriting. There's even been rumors of people coming in and directing some parts that he couldn't handle. I don't know if that's true, but this is a really uneven movie.
If I was him, I would let it be known who wrote this. Because
yes.
it is written like a high school play.
Man.
The dialogue is worse than the Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And if the dialogue was the main reason you didn't like those other ones, amongst other things, but was one of the reasons, this is not helping that matter at all.
I mean, it's weird to go back and go like, well, I guess those Tim Story movies weren't all that bad.
This movie turns into a Tim Story movie at the end.
And there's y'all had something on your hands right here. It's a movie that, for a superhero film, you got to be careful what you ask for, because there is a middle ground right there. For a superhero film, it is very dry. It's lacking on fun. That's why I was saying we should have had these personalities kind of play what their personalities are in the comics. You know, the player, the smart guy. You know, the serious minded girl, and Ben Grimm, the athlete.
Yeah, I mean, of comics out there, Fantastic Four was one that would hardly ever, if ever, got dark. It was always more of a fun comic. And if you're going to have a humorous tone to one of these properties, this is one of the ones you would do that with.
Y'all, you just a tad. I appreciate the effort in trying to, make this not goofy or silly, but
yeah, they failed on that.
But you failed miserably on that. I mean, there's some things I admire you for. Not to be just totally sitting up here ragging on this film. I already talked about Ben Grimm. It's a step up. He's a CG character. Still ain't got no dick,
Put some pants on, man.
But you can't help but look at him like, wow, man, you were way, like, all of him is rough. He's real smooth down there. I mean, that shit gets like Ken doll smooth when it goes down there. And, I look at him, I was like, but it's still a step up. And, and for the comics, I know it works, but who wants to see a pile of rocks in a fucking Speedo anyway? So certain things you can't do. But then again, I guess
it's something about that, as silly as it might be, it humanizes him.
Yeah, and one of the things that people were looking for this character, you wanted this character to be your to kind of be the one that sells toys, the ones that sells even stuffed dolls, or maybe your heartfelt mascot, your non-human mascot.
Sure.
And it's way too serious for the shit that they're trying to do. Like, I watch this, and then I come back and I see him trying to sell thing burgers.
Yeah.
You want that to go again, sweetie?
The Thing Burger.
He's
the Thing Burger.
I love it because he's like, I don't know what's worse, doing commercials or doing that movie.
The Thing Burger. I don't want to eat that shit after seeing how depressed and sad this motherfucker is. I mean, he can't even sell.
I'm kind of hungry. Can you throw that picture back up again?
That burger looks fucking good.
Okay. What is this, Hardee's?
Yeah. Who's got that?
It's IHOP.
IHOP, okay.
Well, you can. When you look at the burger, you're okay. But when you see him looking at it, he's like, what the fuck is this? I can't eat this. I'm a pile of fucking rocks. I can't eat this shit.
I don't suppose I could get your number. No, I didn't think so.
She's like, you ain't sticking that dick in me. I don't have one.
It is rock hard. Oh, God, Jesus.
Damn you motherfucker. How come I'm always...
Told you, man.
Too late.
Should have had it ready. Time is gone. Time is gone.
I missed it.
They loved it.
I do. God damn you. Gotta have this shit ready, man.
You know what's gonna be here tonight, right?
And you just take glee, and every time I miss that sound bite, you're like, yeah, keep looking.
Because it's not working.
And I feel like the thing right now, this motherfucker again. Thing burger. What do you even make a thing burger out of? Shit, I don't know, things, whatever we scrape up.
Ow, there was a rock in my face.
It'd be funny if they actually did that. Pitch that shit like this, and you just get a fucking rock and a hamburger bun next time. The fuck is this? Thing burger, motherfucker, eat it. But, people, I'm telling you, even the effects with these characters, it gets... I know that this is their powers, but I don't know, maybe it's this movie. Maybe it's just not meant to be. I'm having doubts. I always use that expression. You can do anything if you write it right, but Fantastic Four is one of those things I'm saying, man, y'all tried so many times.
There's been 3 tries, and nobody's gotten it
and it ain't
right.
working.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I go like, wow, there's still like that challenge out there for somebody to do that.
And when I look at the effects in this, like when they come back and you see, okay, Thing might be pretty cool. Sue, she just turns invisible. Johnny Storm has the best effect.
Sure,
I think.
Yeah, he does.
But fucking Mr. Fantastic, Miles Teller, that's horrible looking when he stretches.
horrible.
It looks like they put his ass on one of those medieval torture racks and stretched his ass. And I'm just like, no, man, this looks freakish.
He makes it look painful.
Well yeah.
He really
when
does.
they show the bare skin, doing human flesh, that's always going to look weird. Well, not always, but they didn't get it right. They clearly didn't have the money for it. When he's in a suit and he's stretching, I just kept noticing like, wow, you guys really had no ideas on how to make this cool. And it could have been easy to do that.
And can you, at the end of the movie, can you actually buy him fighting with the rest of these guys? Because everybody...
Not the way they show him here.
I mean, everybody, like Sue disappears. Johnny Storm is flying while on fire. The Thing, he smashes. What does Reed Richards do? He just does Mortal Kombat shit. Come in.
Right.
Slap. Dodge.
Stretch. Come in. Stretch.
He
Come
basically
in.
does what that dude in Street Fighter does. The one that
Dolphin?
Yeah, he does.
That's what he does. Grab you, do some monkey shit, kick you and flip or something.
It's some lame
it's
shit.
crazy shit. It's just
The one thing I saw as a positive was that when they were first transforming, they made it to where their powers were horrific.
Yeah.
In as much as, the Thing seemed to be in agony, and Reed Richards just stretched out. And the Human Torch is on fire, you got.
he just looks like a guy burning there.
Well, yeah. A dad watching his son always on fire and in pain, but that only lasts a short time. But I was like, okay, that was a cool thing to do. Go from there. Maybe you guys can build on that and do something.
That should have been the first 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they do in the movie. That is effective at the beginning. I mean, these people they're horrified. I mean, they don't know. All they want to do is be cured. And to see he's stretched out and it's all freakish. But Johnny Storm, when he's burning, I mean, he actually gets up like he's feeling that shit at first. Oh, fuck. And his dad is over there like, fuck, I can't
My boy.
Yo, my son. Shit, okay. Get some weenies going in. Hey, we put them to use for something. It really is horrifying. I tell you, one of the people in the movie that actually does a good job in the beginning. And I don't know if I have a clip of him or not, but it's the guy that plays their dad.
Reggie.
Oh, I don't know if I have a clip of him.
I never remember his name.
Reggie Cathy?
Reggie Cathy, yeah. Okay. And I'll put it in. There he is. Reggie Cathy. In the beginning of the movie, he has, his voice. That voice is amazing.
Shit trembled the whole theater.
Yeah, it should. You could watch his voice in D-Box. That motherfucker would throw you right out the fucking theater, right across the room.
I just want my kids. Oh, God!
It is our duty as human beings to push forward into the unknown.
We're going to another dimension right now, man. But he's good. I mean, he brings some weight.
Yeah,
he brings some drama to this. But it's during the last part. That brother, they give him one of the dumbest parting lines.
Remember, he almost got out. He almost got out of the movie, and everything was going to be good for him. I mean, that he was leaving on a high note. On a high note, but they're like, nah, nobody gets out of here alive.
No. Everybody looks stupid when they leave here, including you. Come here.
It's like the '80s.
Yeah, this shit is. I was really going to let this slide. I was going to say, all right, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I was going to let it slide with the. This is what I was saying.
You building a case.
No, I am. No, what I was saying was I was looking at it, and like I said, I was pretty impressed with some of the ideas that they had as they tried to make this different. They're trying so hard to distance this from the goofiness of those first two movies, those Tim Story movies. And I understand what they're doing here, and I gave them credit for trying. Not always a success, but trying. But the part that you really fucked up on is that you are a superhero movie and you sucked all the fun out of that and you tried to come in and save it by being a superhero movie in the last 10 minutes. And for that, that is a major fuck up on this movie's part. And that is why I'm giving this some more bullshit. I tried to stick with it. I did. When you look at even if it's just for a second, when I think in my mind, wow, man, I really missed the fun of those last two movies, then you know something's wrong.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Shit, I missed the Roger Corman movie. Yeah, man, I thought, okay, maybe this can get away with a rental. Okay, maybe it can be a low rental. The last 10 or 15 minutes of this movie, it was silly. It was on the quality of Spider-Man from the Electric Company to me, just where they got to, where it's like, wow, you were writing this for 6-year-olds, and
he's not joking.
No. It's just on that base level, and I was like, man, you don't have to be a hardcore fan of the Fantastic Four to not like this movie. You just have to know anything about people. And you go like, wow, this is just missing every mark possible. And there's so many opportunities they had to turn it around and do something cool, and every single one of them was missed. And I can't help but I got to give it some old bullshit. I didn't want to.
I didn't want to either. It was hard.
I was fighting for a reason to not do that.
I was in it like maybe 30 minutes, till it was over. I was like, okay, maybe this climax will bring it back home.
Right.
And that's when it really took the nose
exactly.
down. Yeah, because I gave this shit a lot of chances, man. I'm like, okay, you can see the potential. You're like, if you would have done this way or done this way, that might have worked. And they go the complete opposite direction every fucking time.
It's like they went out their way to fuck this up.
Yeah.
Right?
No, there's a rumor going around that the director sabotaged this movie. I was sitting there watching that before the rumor happened, and I was like, I feel like the director was intentionally sabotaging this movie.
How does that serve him?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. It was mind-boggling.
You know
there was parts where the dialogue should have ended one line before they said something else. Like there was a part where he's like, "Yeah, tell her I'm going to go take a nap." We did it, baby. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing about it. He just created one of the most brilliant devices on the planet. He's leaving this dude who he can't trust to watch over. He's like, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm tired. He actually says, "I'm tired."
We did it, man.
We did it, dude.
Yeah.
Off screen. We did it, man. Yeah, what the hell just happened?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Making Reed Richards a dude, bro. It's like, what is that?
If I had to, this shit is it's stark. Just how crazy the shit is. The guy quit Star Wars. Josh Trank, remember?
Yeah.
He quit or was he fired?
They say he had basically a mini nervous breakdown after this shit and was like, I can't handle anything big budget anymore. He just kind of was like, no, I can't do that movie. So it shows. Everything you've heard, it kind of shows in here. Man, yeah, I got to get some bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, I was floating around a rental for so long and trying to be nice, and I was like, all right, it's gonna come back. Like when they got their powers, and like we said, it was horrific and it was a little creepy. And you said it shows that they don't have the budget. I was looking up the budget while I was on the phone earlier.
Okay, so what?
$122 million.
Oh, seriously?
Really?
122.
Because like I was telling you before we started, if it had like a $35 million budget or 50, I'd be like, well, all right, maybe I'll cut it some slack.
Right.
125. Yeah, he
Somebody
pocketed that.
some shit.
Like
Somebody laundering some shit.
You goddamn right.
And the whole thing, like I said earlier, like you're the most brilliant scientist in the world, but you're doing like some of the dumbest shit. Like like fucking people in the military, what army people won't do. I'm gonna touch this strange goop, or like they'll have dialogues where somebody obviously died, and like we got to go back for him. We're like, what?
Oh man,
You got eviscerated.
Yeah, a major character dies. And they don't spend a second mourning him.
No, the other thing
they don't at all.
I mean, I'm assuming this goes along with the direction and the dialogue, but one of the things about the Fantastic Four in all of their movies and the shows and in the comic books is they actually are comrades. Like you feel like they're a team.
They're family.
The brother and sister in here don't even act like they know each other.
They barely have any scenes together.
Yeah, they barely have any scenes together, and then this team is together for 2 years, and they still can't like get any kind of chemistry going on.
Yeah.
Some old bullshit.
People all around.
And man, the whole romance between Reed and Sue, no chemistry at all.
It's no chemistry with any of them.
Anybody.
We tried.
we really did.
I was fighting for this movie.
We really did.
I was fighting for this movie. You know what? I would say fuck you for making me look bad. I was out there trying. I was working for you, man. Can't tell how many times I tell people, just give it a chance.
A black Johnny Storm could be good. Just give it a chance.
Although a black Johnny Storm is the least problem this movie has.
It really is.
Shit, movie a black eye from this movie is one of the biggest problems. I acted like I was I feel like an abused spouse. It's like, is it gonna be all right? Just give him a chance.
You don't know him like I did.
He'll be okay.
Reed, you're insane. Thanks.